Hey, sorry guys, I had to do a little sweep of the house, if you know what I'm saying, because just came back from watching Paranormal Activity 2, and whew, you know, can't be too careful about what's out there, or what's in here. So, Paranormal Activity 2, what it was about, how did it affect me, and what should you do to prevent yourself from becoming paranormal activity. Basically, it's almost the same thing as the first one, plot-wise. You know, you got your day scenes where everything's all jokes and all, you know, you're just freaking out. There's nothing to worry about. Night scenes where all the good stuff happens. You know, where all the freaky deaky stuff happens. Same thing here in this movie. This movie is actually a prequel to the first Paranormal Activity. You learn more story about this whole mess that they're in. You get the backstory of the sisters, and you get get a sense of why this is happening to them. It's a prequel, and then it's also a sequel of Paranormal Activity. So you got the beginning, and then you got a sort of an end. There might be a 3 coming out. I'm not too sure. The same vibe, man. So you got your laughs in the beginning. You get introduced into the characters, and then you start seeing the freaky stuff afterwards. Scares, there's oohs, there's laughs. There's a lot of jokes in this movie. What makes this movie pretty awesome is because you got the scary, and then they give you a little humor to bring you back into, so that they can scare you again. You want to know that this film is going to scare you. It's going to make you laugh, but it's also going to freak you out. What's funny about this movie is that, watch the movie, and it's really quiet. This movie is a very quiet movie, so you can hear the loud thumps and the noises and stuff to freak you out, and the jump scares and whatnot. Because the movie is, the plot is that somebody may have broken into the house, and so the family sets up these video surveillance cameras to catch the person in the act. Kitchen, the living room, the baby's bedroom, and the outside, and the pool. They don't put any camera in the main bed, the master bedroom, as well as the stepdaughter's bedroom. Cameras works, it'll show you like 10 seconds worth of this camera, then flip to 10 seconds worth of this camera, and then flip to 10 seconds worth of that camera. Just like in, you got 6 cameras and you only got 1 screen. Just like in, convenience stores or whatever, it'll switch. So that's what happens in this movie, is it always starts in the first camera, which is the front doorway, front entrance and the outside. And then it goes to the pool, and then it goes to the kitchen, and then the living room, and then the stairs, and then the baby's room. So it always happens in that order. But if something happens in a specific room, it'll stop there, and then move on to daytime. Funny thing about this movie is that you got the daytime where laughs and stuff, but then the nighttime always starts with the front gate, and then it says night number 8 and something 2006. You want to look around as that thing comes out, and you'll notice that people will adjust themselves to brace for the oncoming craziness that's gonna come. It'll happen every time. It happened every time in my movie theater. Every time it came to that front doorway, people would just move or adjust or like brace themselves for something that's gonna happen. It's pretty cool. I didn't notice it at first, but people around me is like, dude, people keep on moving. Watch this. People will just adjust. Craziness. The bad thing about this movie is that the ending kind of sort of left you hanging. I really don't want to ruin it for you. Really? This is how the movie's gonna end? I mean, you built up all this stuff and you got all of us following your bandwagon, and all of a sudden you just drop this on us like, oh man, I hate this ending. I think the ending it's meant for the audience. Like, it's like basically a blank screen, a black screen for like 30 seconds or something. Somebody in the audience just yells out, "Turn the lights on, I'm getting scared," and everyone starts busting into laughter. Try that in your theater, in your movie. Just yell out something randomly. First, look at every time the night part comes on with the front gate or front doorway. You'll just look around and see how people, have to adjust themselves all the time. They'll adjust themselves, then once day comes, they go back down to relaxed posture, and then all of a sudden get back up again when nighttime comes. And at the end of the movie, come up with something clever to say, and watch you get a lot of laughs. The plot was okay. You learned a lot of stuff, a lot of background information. The scary scenes were, they're pretty scary. They weren't as long as the first Paranormal Activity, and there weren't as many special effects needed. Like, in the first Paranormal Activity, when when they use the Ouija board and they leave, and then all of a sudden the Ouija board bursts into flames. Yeah, they didn't have much of that, but they had a lot of reoccurring things, like the pool cleaner always moving at night and then ending up outside in the morning. It's falling, or the baby thing spinning. When I'm watching the paranormals, I'm always looking around the screen, just searching for something that's moving, like, where is it? Oh, there it is! And then, you know, you got freaked out. Pretty scary. It'll have you going home, looking around, checking under the, you know, covers, and checking in your closets, and always watching your back and making sure there's nothing around. A couple of rules I think that you should take from this movie is, one, don't live in two-story houses. There's going to be a lot of heavy foot stomps, and you're just not going to sleep very well. Two, don't have basements. Basements are just a big no-no when it comes to paranormal activity, because there's never any camera in there, so you don't know what's going on down there. Three, if you know something's wrong, if you feel that something's wrong, you know, try to get it checked. Just like, you know, if your body's telling you that there's something wrong with your body, you always want to get checked by a doctor. You don't want someone to tell you, "Oh, don't worry about it, it's nothing," and then all of a sudden you have, you know, your arm starts shaking really bad or something, or you start ending up, you know, just throwing up or something. So always, if, just like your body, you want to always check something out to make sure that there's nothing really wrong going on. And finally, last note is, you know, if you got cameras set up for certain situations and you know that something's happening, you know, put that stuff on YouTube, because you're going to get a lot of hits. So thanks for watching. Peace.